Hi, so I'm recording from my sister's house, and I'm going to start with, did you know that the leading cause of death in the United States is related to addiction? And in fact, more than 932,000 people have died from an overdose in the U.S. in the last 23 years alone. Statistics show that 74% of adults who suffer from a drug overdose today say their initial addiction was reported from alcohol beforehand. And in this video, I will explain how drugs negatively affect the body and why you should quit. And this is my poster. Oh, and that's my sister. Yeah, she's grabbing my poster. This is what it looks like. The sources were right on the back. Okay, so beginning with the brain, there are several drugs that can affect it, but the drug we are going to be discussing today is heroin. Heroin is one of the most addictive drugs in the world. To give you knowledge, it was originally discovered and prescribed as a pain-killing medication before the 20th century, until the Drug Enforcement Administration discovered it was dangerous and no longer prescribed it to patients. But anyways, to give you more of an understanding of what heroin does to the brain, I have a little demonstration for you. To get you to understand this demonstration, we are going to be talking about receptors and their interaction with the brain. Starting with a receptor, the cup that is in my hand represents the receptor.
And the ball that is in my hand represents the drug, heroin.
Now we are going to give you a visual demonstration of how heroin binds to the receptor and what heroin is actually doing in your mind.
It's playing catch.
When heroin binds with the receptor, it blocks all the natural pain relievers in your brain, causing it, then as you can see, it's blocking all the natural pain relievers, and it cannot read the difference between natural pain relievers and heroin pain relievers. Your brain cannot distinguish between the two. And it explains, and what I'm trying to explain is the effects of heroin in your mind. It causes permanent memory loss. And that is exactly what it does to your brain. And I wanted to give a visual demonstration. Now that I've told you about the brain, I'm going to tell you about the lungs, as you can see. Did you know that roughly 1.27 billion tobacco users worldwide? And that to me just blows my mind, especially knowing how many negative effects nicotine has on us. Although there are many effects, we are only going to talk about the few lung does. In cigarettes, you probably heard of the term tar. Tar is a result of buildup smoke in your lungs, and when the nicotine and tar enter your respiratory system, it creates a sticky layered substance in your lungs that is responsible for delaying lung growth, which causes cancer. This replaces oxygen absorption with the absorption of chemicals. And just like your brain, I have another demonstration for you, just like the brain. I tried to go off of this just to explain. What I'm going to be demonstrating here is tar, and what tar and smoke does when it enters the lungs. So we are just going to add, the smoke is going in, as you can see. That's just the smoke. This is just representing black smoke going into lungs and it being sticky, because the tar creates a sticky outside coat, and that is exactly what it is doing.
So now I'm going to show you,
what it is doing in your lungs to show you all the black stickiness outside. And that is a healthy lung and a infected lung with smoke.
Yep.
And finally, my final subject is the liver. And there are a few drugs that negatively affect the liver, but the one we will be looking at today is the #1 drug in America, called alcohol. As you can see, the little wine glass right here. And did you know that when alcohol is broken down in your liver, it creates ethanol? And did you know that ethanol is what damages your liver, and it's not purely alcohol? So what this is actually doing is, when we drink alcohol in the liver, this is like the healthy side, and when it is digesting and metabolizing, when we metabolize food, it metabolizes normal, and alcohol metabolizes so slowly, which creates this whole black piece. And that's what alcohol does that affects your liver so badly. And I also have another demonstration to show you how it does this. And this is my demonstration of the liver. There's two bulbs, and you look at it like this is like the whole liver, and this is the alcohol. This is representing the alcohol going through, and down here it's catching everything. So like it's moving very slowly through. If this was food, all this would probably be gone by now, because that's just how your body is metabolizing it, and that is what's hurting your liver. And that is all I have for today. So that was my demonstration and represented poster. So I hope I explained it well.